What is up, everybody? It's the Android Master getting connected, and welcome to Metaverse. Oh, I just got that. This is what I saw as soon as I opened up Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. First of all, probably should have said that at the beginning, but since I haven't played the game at all, I don't like I know I've seen playthroughs of it, and I know spoilers, and I know. All right, this is gonna be spoiler central for everybody that has not played or seen Doki Doki Literature Club. Why do I have two pairs of headphones on? I just realized. Whoops. For those of you that don't know what Doki Doki Literature Club is, it's basically a game that's disguised as a dating sim, but in all reality, horrible shit happens. People die. Anyways, that's basically the gist. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm just gonna go ahead and sign into DDCL. DDLC. Yeah. Look at my headphones are. That makes sense. I got a lot of switch. Much better. Okay. We're gonna go into a new game. Here we go. New game, baby. Please enter your name. I like to go as Andrew Masterson because Android Master. But I don't know. Should I put my real name or should I put Andrew Masterson? Whatever. Andrew Masters. Andrew it is. Andrew it is. Okay, so. Yeah, you love me? Excuse me? My game just closed out. I don't. What? Uh. I don't know what's happening right now. Alright, I'm gonna click load game because. Okay, new game. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I can't read. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. Sorry. We used to talk to school. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Because that's what friends do. Okay, so I've seen all of this, but I'm going blind in my own playthrough and I'm doing my own routes because there are more than one route to, playing this game. So here's what I'm about to do. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Andrew. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. That's a dick move, Andrew. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Sayori is one of my favorite characters in this entire game. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we drew near, the street became increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Andrew, have you decided to join what the hell just happened in my mouth? Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any club. That was Andrew, not Sayori. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one or many conversations where I did dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Story of my fucking life. I was talking about how I'm worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Look, Sayori, I've got plenty of social skills, okay? Plenty of them. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Well, that's really sweet. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you being a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. A NEET is somebody that's like a nerd, right? That's just like, you know, one of those guys, you know, right? Maybe, I don't know. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs, if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I can't read. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. God, I can't read. I tell you, I can't read. Clubs. Suri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. How long have I been standing here? I thought I'd catch you coming out of the class, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. You've been standing here for like an hour. However, honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, No, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Nini. She's so cute there. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Boston. Anyways, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she's only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And that Suki made cupcakes and everything. Then my promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she is cunning as to plan all of this out. Are you secret agent? Sayori, you'll tell me if you're a secret agent. I won't tell anybody. We're best friends. We've been friends since we were like 8. Come on, Sayori, you can trust me. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! I really like this game. This is nice. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school rarely visited. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom doors. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Andrew. Nice surprise. I should probably get up close to the microphone with this voice. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small features make her look like a first-year student. She is also she's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. She can also transform into a giant monster, but every time she does so, she gets younger. Oh, sorry, I mixed her up with Monster Girl. You just can't ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my... Oh, sorry. You just can't ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. That's great to see. Hey, it's great to see you again, Andrew. Monica smiles sweetly. Hi, Monica. we go way back. I mean, Sayori and I go further back, but Monica and I. Okay. We don't know each other. We do know each other, Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, affiliation with Zendaya. As a matter of fact, I think she is Zendaya. Anyways, basically completely out of my league. Whew. Good vote of confidence, Andrew. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Andrew. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me, or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them! I'll get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yeah. As Sayori mentioned, it's been... Wow. I can't read. It's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Excuse me. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the trays and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. It was absolutely adorable. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolates used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing all over her face, like an adorable little lady she is. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, look for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. God, it's so good! Oops, microphone dropped. It's really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? Not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you anything, Baka! Shut up and hold my hand already, Baka! Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Maybe, but not for you. You know? You, dummy! Alright. Shut up and hold my hand already, Baka! I gave up Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You know, you keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get into it. Yuri just trying to impress you. And that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, well, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I hadn't I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. Well, that's not what I'd call it. Jaden, you have a girlfriend. Shut up. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board. You could probably be board member of any other major club. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. I feel like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a good leader. If I can't, I'd need a laptop stand for real. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, we'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Andrew, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Manga. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Go ahead and say it! Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Get this thing off my chest. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I stare, like this. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Yuri, how the fuck are you doing that with your eyes? How are you glowing your eyes? But, you know, it's just bioluminescence. I like a lot of things. Have you read She-Ra and the Princess of Power? She's really awesome. Stories with deep philosophical elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how writers can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? That's foreshadowing, baby! Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. I read horror books once. Hey, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to. At the minimum level. God, I cannot read. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Oops. I gotta stop picking up the mic. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Like The Owl House. Such a great story. I can't believe they're not getting a season 3. But we can riot. We can make them give us a season 3. You hear that, Disney? Give us a season 3 of Owl House! Sure, surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look. Okay, my mom is upstairs. I heard her creaking on the floor. I got scared. Of changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. That's a lot of foreshadowing. Ugh. I hate horror. Camera stopped. It did. Okay. Ugh. I hate horror. Oh. Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about the cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give it that back. Fine. Ugh. Your cupcakes, your poem. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. I'm sorry. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Duh. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Andrew? Monika smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I'd bluntly come forth that what's been on my mind now the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me and with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. Yeah, true. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is, if writing poems is a price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. You may all rise. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. That is a perfect spot for me to go ahead and save this moment. Alright, I'll save it in an empty slot. And, well, yeah. That's Doki Literature Club. That's the first episode, everybody. This is getting good, alright? Yeah, so let's... Oops. I don't know how to do an outro to this channel. There, do this episode. Well, yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. What's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen? I mean, if you don't know already. Because I didn't spoil the crazy part that's coming up. So stay tuned, everybody. Because we're about to get to the juicy part. Anywho, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, tap that like button in the face and push that subscribe button. And I'll see all you humans, animals, plants, aliens, and machines, and anything else in between in the next video. Bye-bye. Just Monica.